Have you ever wondered if some of the health checkups you trust most might actually be harming you instead of protecting you? Millions of seniors over 70 go through tests every year thinking they're staying safe. But the truth is that certain screenings can increase fear, push you toward risky treatments, and even shorten your life. Before we dive into the details, make sure to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and give this video a like. This way, you'll never miss vital health secrets that could keep you strong, independent, and living longer. In this video, we'll reveal the 5 checkups you should think twice about after age 70. Backed by real science, these are the tests that may quietly place you in danger. And what you discover here might change how you approach every doctor's visit from now on. Now let's begin with part 1 and uncover why the first checkup on our list looks harmless, but could damage your quality of life. Part 1. The hidden dangers of routine. Checkups after 70 CSER. What if I told you that not every health checkup is designed to keep you safe, especially after you turn 70? Many seniors believe that the more tests they take, the more protected they are. But modern science is revealing a darker truth. Some of these so-called routine checkups can expose older adults to unnecessary risks, frightening results, and even dangerous treatments that shorten, not extend life. Before we dive in, take a second to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and give this video a like. That way, you'll never miss essential tips that could protect your health and extend your life. Every year, millions of people over 70 undergo screenings their doctors recommend automatically. On paper, it sounds like prevention, but studies show that up to 37% of tests performed on seniors lead to overtreatment, surgery, medications, or radiation exposure that often do more harm than good. Even more shocking, 99% of seniors don't realize they're being over-tested. They trust the process, unaware of the hidden consequences. Let's be clear. Screening tests save lives in certain age groups, but after 70, the equation changes. The risks of complications rise, recovery is slower, and the benefits often shrink to almost nothing. So today, we're exposing 5 common checkups you should think twice about after 70. These aren't fringe ideas, they're backed by peer-reviewed science. And as you'll soon discover, the test that lands at number 1 is so overused that experts estimate it directly causes 5% of all cancers in the United States. That's as many cancers as daily alcohol consumption. Terrifying, isn't it? But let's start at the bottom of the list with a test that sounds simple and harmless. The bone density scan. Number 5, bone density scan, DEXA scan. On the surface, a bone density scan seems like an excellent idea. It's quick, painless, and marketed as a smart way to prevent fractures. You lie down, the machine scans your bones, and you get a number that supposedly tells you how fragile you are. But here's the hidden problem. After age 70, the scan almost always shows low density, even when there is no real danger. That's because bone loss is natural with age, just like wrinkles or gray hair. Instead of reassuring you, the scan creates anxiety and opens the door to aggressive medications. The most common drugs prescribed are bisphosphonates, designed to strengthen bones. But these medications can cause horrifying side effects. Jaw necrosis, the jawbone literally starts dying, esophageal irritation and inflammation, digestive problems that impact daily life. And here's the real kicker. Treating mild bone loss with drugs rarely prevents fractures in seniors. A large study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society tracked over 200 women aged 70 plus. After 5 years, the medications reduced fractures by a microscopic 0.3%. That's statistically insignificant. Meanwhile, those same women were far more likely to suffer side effects from the treatment itself. In other words, the cure was worse than the disease. A real story, Rose's experience. Take Rose, a 76-year-old retired piano teacher. She walked daily, never had a fall, and felt perfectly fine. But after her annual checkup, she was sent for a bone density scan. The results showed osteopenia, a mild condition that often doesn't require treatment. Still, her doctor prescribed a bisphosphonate. Within 3 months, Rose developed severe reflux and jaw pain. She stopped playing piano, the activity she loved most. Eventually, she was taken off the drug and switched to natural strategies: vitamin D, a calcium-rich diet, and weight-bearing exercises. 1 year later, she was back to performing concerts, fracture-free and stronger than before, the safer alternative. If you're over 70 and not falling or breaking bones, lifestyle trumps scans. Evidence shows that strength training and balance exercises improve bone resilience. Vitamin D supplementation corrects hidden deficiencies. Calcium-rich foods like sardines, almonds, and leafy greens provide natural support. A 2022 study in Osteoporosis International revealed that these interventions reduce fracture risk by over 20%, a massive difference compared to the 0.3% benefit of drugs. So ask yourself, do you want fear-driven numbers on a screen, or do you want real science-backed prevention that keeps you active and independent? Before we continue, leave us a comment. Have you ever taken a medical test that created more fear than benefit? Did you ever feel pressured into treatment you weren't sure you needed? We read and reply to every comment with personalized advice. Now, brace yourself, because the next test on our list doesn't just risk side effects, it has pushed many seniors into unnecessary brain surgery. Part 2, when reassurance turns into risk. After hearing about bone density scans, you may already be surprised at how misleading a harmless test can be. But what comes next is even more unsettling. Some checkups don't just create fear, they can push seniors toward invasive, risky, and sometimes irreversible procedures. The fourth test on our list is often ordered for one of the most common worries in old age: memory loss. Number 4, brain MRI for memory loss. It usually starts with something small. You forget a name, misplace your glasses, or walk into a room and can't remember why. For many seniors, these normal lapses spark a terrifying thought. Is this dementia? Doctors under pressure to provide answers often prescribe a brain MRI. An MRI is a powerful imaging tool that shows the brain structure in detail. But here's the uncomfortable truth. In most people over 70, the scan reveals normal age-related changes that have nothing to do with disease. Slight shrinkage, harmless white matter spots, or tiny lesions often appear, but they are not dementia. The danger begins the moment those findings are interpreted as abnormalities. Anxiety skyrockets. Patients are sent for additional tests, sometimes even spinal taps or exploratory brain biopsies. And yet, the evidence shows these steps rarely help. A 2021 study in Neurology Today analyzed over 3,000 MRI scans in patients aged 70 to 85 who had mild memory complaints. 86% showed some kind of irregularity, but only 3% of findings were linked to treatable conditions. That means 97% of seniors endured stress, confusion, and often invasive follow-up procedures for nothing. Take George, a 74-year-old retired engineer. He went for an MRI after forgetting names more often. The scan showed white matter changes. Panicked, he assumed the worst and stopped many of his daily activities. Yet when he was tested with a standard cognitive screening, his results were completely normal. His memory troubles were due to poor sleep and mild dehydration, problems that improved once his lifestyle changed. The truth is this: unless a senior experiences severe neurological symptoms such as sudden confusion, seizures, or dramatic personality change, a brain MRI rarely helps. A far better first step is a simple cognitive test in the doctor's office. It's quick, accurate, and spares older adults the fear spiral that an MRI can cause. Tell us in the comments, have you or someone you know ever had a scan or test that created panic without giving real answers? Sharing your story could help others avoid the same mistake. Number 3, cardiac stress test. If brain MRIs create fear, the cardiac stress test creates something even more dangerous: unnecessary surgery. This test measures how your heart reacts to exercise, usually on a treadmill or with a medication that simulates effort. It's designed to detect blocked arteries. But after 70, its accuracy plummets. The problem lies in false positives, in cases where the test suggests a blockage when none exists. Studies show that in older adults, the false positive rate can reach 40%. And what happens next is predictable. Seniors are sent for angiograms, stents, or bypass surgery even when their hearts are essentially healthy. A 2017 JAMA cardiology study revealed that more than half of stents placed after stress test referrals were unnecessary. Patients did not live longer or feel better, yet they faced higher risks of bleeding, kidney damage from contrast dyes, and long hospital stays. Consider Raymond, a 75-year-old retired postman. He was active, walking daily, but admitted to feeling tired on steep hills. His doctor sent him for a stress test, just in case. The results were unclear, so he underwent a catheterization. A small narrowing was found and a stent was placed. That very night, he suffered a kidney reaction to the dye and ended up in the hospital for nearly a week. His fatigue never changed because it wasn't his heart at all. The lesson? Unless you're experiencing classic cardiac symptoms like chest pain with activity, severe shortness of breath, or sudden drops in stamina, a stress test may do more harm than good. Safer options exist, such as a resting EKG to check heart rhythm without stress, a coronary calcium scan, a low radiation test that reveals plaque buildup more directly. These approaches reduce the chance of ending up in the operating room unnecessarily. Before we move on, don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to keep learning about the health decisions that truly matter after 70. Every subscriber helps us bring more science-backed guidance directly to you. At this point, we've seen how easily well-meaning tests can spiral into anxiety or surgery, but the next one on our list may shock you. It's a procedure so common, many seniors assume it's routine. Yet, after 70, it often delivers far more pain than protection. And that test is the colonoscopy. Part 3, the most dangerous tests of all. We have already seen how bone scans, MRIs, and stress tests can lead to fear or surgery. But two of the most common checkups given to older adults are not only unnecessary after 70, they can be life-threatening. Number 2, colonoscopy. For decades, colonoscopies have been promoted as the ultimate tool for cancer prevention. But after age 70, and especially beyond 75, the risks rise sharply. The bowel preparation causes dehydration, dizziness, and kidney strain. Sedation increases the chance of confusion and falls, and the procedure itself can cause bleeding or perforation. Large studies show that for every life saved in seniors, at least 10 experience serious complications. Safer alternatives exist, such as stool-based tests that can be done at home without anesthesia or invasive tools. Number 1, full-body CT scan. Marketed as early detection, full-body CT scans expose seniors to massive doses of radiation. Each scan equals hundreds of chest X-rays. Experts now estimate that these scans are responsible for nearly 5% of cancers in the United States. Worse, harmless spots are often discovered, triggering biopsies and even surgeries. The result is stress, injury, and hospitalization, all for findings that did not need treatment. The takeaway: after 70, prevention is less about invasive testing and more about lifestyle. Eat well, exercise, sleep deeply, and ask, will this test truly help me, or could it cause harm? Thank you for watching. For more science-based health guidance, subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and leave us a comment with your own experiences.